Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another DNQ Racing Network presentation. Tonight, it's something a little different. It's the annual DNQ Road Course event presented by SKE Chassis. These grassroots warriors trade the left turn life for a night of twists, turns, and just enough dirt to make things interesting. The weather couldn't be better. Clear skies, cool breeze, perfect conditions for a road racing showdown. Now, this race always brings out wild strategies, trick setups, and more than a few questionable ideas from the back half of the garage. And nobody embodies questionable ideas quite like the crew Eddie's found. Let's head down trackside. Eddie, you've caught up with the Scumbag Racing team.
Right.
Scumbag Race Team. Colin Hoffner, the CEO of Scumbag Race Team. Where did the shirts come from? Because I'm really interested in that. Where'd that come from?
So we got the inspiration from Carl actually last year, where we would tell stories about our poor racing days as children, where it was either you had to choose between getting a new fender or eating a dry ham sandwich for dinner after school most of the weeks. And from that point on, it kind of turned into a bit of a cult following. We are now up to 5 drivers, and we have 30 disciples or shirt purchasers. We're just kind of curious to see how far we can take this before we get kicked out.
I feel like it's that actually might catch on, because you know what I'm saying?
If you look as well on Gage's cart, there are AI pictures of each driver. They're not on the other carts yet, but if you take a look at the left front.
On the left front of this cart right here, let's take a look at that. Oh, wow. That's impressive. That's good.
A lot of beers were consumed.
If you come back in a few minutes, we'll have the rest of them on the carts, and I think you'll enjoy them.
What happened to Carl's hand?
He got mad at Iowa.
Carl, what happened to the hand? I didn't see that. This weekend in Richmond. What'd you do?
I might have lost my temper with a garage box. Not a good idea.
Yeah, the truck driver not pull it, or what happened there? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's good. Gage, what? Tell me about this AI photo, bro. What's going on there? What's the story behind it? The trailer park?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 things I enjoy, and it's cut off tank tops and Miller Lights. So we've got both of those incorporated in one photograph.
What is it? Is that a truck? Is that a race truck on the shirt, or what is that?
Colin created it. So I think it's a blown out white trash trailer.
That is amazing. What's on the shirt, Colin? What'd you tell AI to make?
Sorry, say what?
What's on the shirt? On his shirt? Is that supposed to be a detail, or is that something else?
That was the picture of him last week screaming in a redneck muscle tank.
Okay. I get it. Well, that's amazing. I really like the cult following here. What is the main mission statement of Scumbag Race Team?
I think the new wrap on my go-kart says it all. It looks like hammered dog shit. I was probably intoxicated when I did it. So drink a lot of beer and have fun.
She's hot from far, but far from hot. And that's the credo of this Scumbag Racing Team. Good luck tonight, gentlemen. Yes.
Thanks, Eddie. Always an adventure down there with the Scumbag Racing team. Now up here in the booth, I'm joined tonight by 2 guys who know their way around a road course, Steve and Jeb. Gentlemen, when you look at this place, what stands out?
Well, Chris, what jumps off the page is the brutality of this road course. You've got these hard left-right transitions. The Dr. Fauci left named after his left moves during COVID. Then the Elon Musk horseshoe, a long, sweeping right, named after Elon's moves with Trump, the Jack Bailey bus stop where he used to dump off all his ex-girlfriends. Just like those ladies, they look fun on paper, but they're absolute cart killers. You jump one curb wrong or miss your marks in those tight corners, you can grenade a chain in about 3 laps.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This race isn't just about being fast, it's about surviving. We've seen guys come in here with championship hopes, take one wrong shift, snap a chain, or blow a motor, and their whole season's upside down. You could be 20 points up in the standings, and one busted sprocket later, you are loading up in the trailer and wondering how to pay for your next entry fee.
Folks, it's shaping up to be a wild night on the DNQ Dirt Road Course. Before we roll into the action, let's head down to the garage where Eddie, standing by with DNQ Hall of Famer and Cup champion LJ McCleary.
I'm down here at Hall of Famer, and someone we haven't seen in a while here in DNQ, LJ McCleary. Welcome back, first of all. Good to see you back.
It's good to be back. I'd like to thank David for letting me sub for him here, and we'll see what we got tonight.
So have you ever run I think you've run the road course before. Have you run the setup like it is right now?
I believe my last race was the road course. And it was similar. We got to make a little bit of practice last night, and it's a little different, a little tighter than I remember. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the opportunity here is amazing. David Crops giving you a shot at this thing. What's it like to get back in one of these things now?
It's been a while since I've been in a champ cart, so it's a little different there, a little bit of a learning curve and everything. So still got some more to learn, and got 20 laps to get it done.
How'd you like this Ghost engine? It's a little different than the clones that you race normally, but did you like it? What'd you think about it?
Yeah, it ran good. Didn't have any issues with it running and everything. So we'll see how the race goes, and made good power, good torque, and was happy with it.
LJ McCleary back in action tonight for the one-off, subbing for David Crops.
For the folks at home, let's roll through his numbers. MC Cleary is a 2017 DNQ Cup Series champion, one of the toughest seasons in series history. He's got 6 Cup Series wins to his credit and has made 54 career Cup starts.
And Chris, what's always impressed me about LJ is his consistency. You don't luck into a championship in this series. He wasn't always the flashiest guy, but when the money was on the line, he got the job done.
Yeah, and let's not forget, back in 2017, he beat some heavy hitters to get that title. He's one of those guys who elevated the Cup division, and that's why he's a Hall of Famer today.
Exactly. LJ McCleary, champion, multi-time winner, and a driver whose carved his name into DNQ history. All right, guys, before we send him into the gears and guts of this dirt road course, let's remind the folks at home what's on the line tonight. The Golden Ashley Trophy. This thing's become one of the crown jewels of DNQ, and it's a big deal to take one home.
Yeah, Chris, you said it. This isn't just a trophy you put on a shelf. This thing defines a season. The DNQ dirt road course is brutal. You've got lefts, rights, elevation changes and bumps that'll shake your kidneys loose. Mechanical failures, busted clutches, and drivers who overcook a corner. They've all taken out big names chasing that Golden Ashley.
And the history proves it, Steve. Think about it. We've seen Bobby Showtime dominate here before. Dustin Dunn put together near-perfect runs. Even dark horses like Steven Tautges sneak into the spotlight. And don't forget the chaos last year when Damian Jenks stole one after the tech shed caught the leaders. That's how quickly fortunes flip at this place.
Exactly. You don't just have to be fast. You've got to survive. Tonight we'll be watching the heavy hitters, Showalter, Tautges, Campalonga, all of them looking to etch their names on that Golden Ashley. But as always, this dirt road course has a way of chewing up favorites and spitting out surprise winners. Now it's time to get things underway. Let's send it up to the booth where Jay-Z, Bob, and Bill will call tonight's action.
SRI Pole Award goes to Joe Farlow in the 48 with a 22.806. He's going to get put to the middle of the pack due to the invert, and that put Patrick Bridie and Steve Sokol in the front row.
Number 2, Zach Campalonga and Steven Tautges.
Row 3, Joel gets put back there with the invert, and Roger Diebold in the 38.
Panny Sniffer and Brian Shaw in the next row.
I love how you shitty cropped his mullet in there.
Brad Michalowski and Will Gagnon.
David Hutchins in the 69. Nice. Hide your girlfriends. He's at the back of the field for tonight. I want to thank 1Z Tees for the sponsorship of the series this year. We wish Stuart Friesen a fine recovery, and hopefully he can get back in the seat of a truck as he is also supporting DNQ. So if you want to go buy a shirt, go check out 1ZTees.com and support those guys. They definitely need it right now.
Yeah, hopefully he can get some truck races under his belt so he can step his way back into the DNQ series here. As we're still under caution, we're going to get some pace laps. You see this fresh racing surface here. God, it is like glass. The Intercourse, one of the favorite races for everybody during the year. It's always exciting. One of our onboard cameras is with Brad Michalowski in the 60 machine.
Yeah, that was a really nice way to tie up that brake hose there. Did you see that? Pink fluorescent tape.
Yeah.
Probably going right to the caliper. As we go green on the DNQ road course and just in Dash Series fashion, it's a mess as they head into the Dr. Fauci left-hander.
Yeah, here we go through the money clip. It gets tight right there. It's a silver Ashley this year. We saved $13 on those trophies. We're going to pocket that extra cash. Those were 4 wide going into the Jack Bailey bus stop.
Oh, man, one goes around in the back, but as usual, Campalonga is up there towards the front in that orange machine as they head to the left-hander back through that tight money clip. Brian Shaw throwing a little fender out there. Casey Meyer in the 935 is carrying her on board today as they head down the back straightaway towards the Jack Bailey bus stop.
Yeah, and he's been running better. Brian Shaw's definitely got his program where it almost needs to be, as he's like 15th right now. But the road course brings its own sets of challenges. Little left, little right as we go on board with Casey Meyer, as he's usually up front in the circle tracks. But, man, this year with the schedule, I mean, we've seen the short track, Darlington track, now a road course. We're really starting to see who is the best driver at adapting to different track styles.
Yeah, I think, Bill, what we're seeing is that the team data sharing is starting to really prove its point. You got some guys that are out there on their own, kind of like Shaw, that don't really have the notebook from like the Bobby Showtime shop the way Campolonia does, and it's showing those people that have that data, that have those notes, that have the sim, are really staying out front no matter which configuration we're on.
Yeah, I definitely got my eyes on that 5-car Zach Campolonia, the Nighttime Nightmare, racing in the day right now. He's got the dark shield on that visor. He's trying to chase down Dan Marak, who's coming out of the Penske stable. They've always run really good on road courses. A little bit different, a little more technical bus stop this year. You know, you can't really get all over the curbs. Dan Marak's really got that thing nice and flat and tighty. Got that white button down. Looking good out front.
Yeah, that's Steven Towers in Dan Marak's cart. Dan is recovering right now. He's fighting his battle with cancer as Zach Campolonia, not to get really morbid on you, as Campolonia is going to take the lead in the Vampire Machine. Looking ultra pasty tonight, Jay-Z. That white skin is really shining through that visor.
Yeah, even though he's out of the sun, he is in the spotlight right now, but don't look now, Tatujas is still on there as we're going to throw it down to Vince here.
Keep an eye on Steve Tautges tonight. He absolutely loves this road course. Says it's the only place he feels like he's playing Mario Kart in real life. He's already got 2 dash wins this year, 3 overall, and now he's driving Dan Marak's kart while Dan recovers. And let me tell you, this thing is quick, fast enough to make the rest of the field wish they had a blue shell in their pocket.
Thanks, Vince, as we watch him lead right now. And we talked about Campolonia. He showed a little bit of weakness there as he let Towges by him.
Bill, I don't know if you've noticed this too, but Tatujas is coming out of the seat, is trying to increase that CG, get a little weight off that rear axle for some drive off. It's not helping him a ton. He's not driving away from Campolonia, who's driving a more traditional stable race here. You see the 48 and the 12 going at it into the bus stop, swapping fares. But contrasting styles, but running about the same lap times here.
Yeah, I certainly fell victim of laying back too far for too long myself. You can see that seat stood right up like a Viagra pill as number 5 machine of Zach Campolonia tries to beat that bumper off getting into the bus stop. He's keeping him honest, that's for sure, and what that's done has let 3rd and 4th place creep up to those 2 leaders.
Well, if you notice right here, and if anybody knows Zach, he's kind of got a little bit of an Antifa look, and he really does well in the left-handers, if you notice, as he tucks down underneath. Towges trying to make a turn for the lead. Cannot quite do it. Do you feel like the left-handers are really catering to Zach right now?
It appears so, and just like a true leftist, he spends a lot of time at that bus stop, makes up a lot of time there, because he's not driving around with his own automobile. I don't know if it's saving the environment or what, but a little terrorism there coming out of the money clip, domestic style, as he's the first one to the bus stop in the morning. His tattoo just gets absolutely wrecked heading to the bus stop.
And that's a right-winger. Joe Farley, if you got a mullet, you're definitely on the right-winger side. So he's getting it from both angles, man. It's like watching CNN and Fox News at the same time.
Scott Jennings just going at it, trying to defend himself in the hornet's nest there on the CNN roundtable. But the 51 there is where 1ZT's multicam racing here for the Dash Series. Campolonia is kind of running away from it as we get a replay of the Tatujas wreck. But Campolonia out in front real easy for the rest of the feature here, although Harlow trying to do his best to catch up to him.
Yeah, I saw a cloud come over the speedway, starting to get a little bit darker. Nighttime is the right time for the Nighttime Nightmare. He's got that thing on rails right now. Bobby Showtime, that whole camp has run really good in the intercourse. A lot of intercourse experience in that garage stall. You know, some of them really nice and healthy, if you know what I mean. nice and round into that bus stop right there. You know, that camp's really got it together, and I'd love to see some $2 bills fly at the end of the night for them.
You know, I was down in the garage earlier today, and I was walking around the track, and I said, Zach, what kind of blood is in the drink bag tonight? And he said, AB. I don't want to be too much one way and too much the other way. And I said, why don't you just go with O blood? And he said, look, man, I like O blood, but it just doesn't fit my style. As if I had to go caution is out, we'll see if that AB blood is really going to do it for Zach here. He also said no garlic on his dinner. As we go green, he chose the outside there, and he gets the jump.
Yeah, we go 3 wide into the money clip. We got to shed some weight here
twice!
quick.
No!
Oh, God!
That's twice. Farlow has just let out a clip on Tauges. My goodness.
We're 2 wide, 2 by 2 through the bus stop right now. 3's a good time. 4, that gets a little bit too crowded. That Zach Campolonia out to a big lead right now. You see him take a look back to see where his competition is. Nobody in sight. Barack beating the back bumper off of Rowdy Bush right there. He's trying to get himself up into the second spot and see if he can run down Campolonia, but Campolonia has set sail.
Yeah, Casey Meyer on board. He's made some good progress through the field here as we're down to 2 or 3 laps to go. He's running in the top 5, shoves it down the inside. A little bit of right rear door action there, still on the wrong side. Turns underneath the 51, and he's got a run heading down into the bus stop.
Bridie's going to concede that spot, just like Kamala Harris conceded the election. In the bus stop there, as you got me messed up on Maracatau just now. I would have never even been messed up on that had you have not done that. 9 times the right time for Campolonia. The left-hander's really good for him. Right-hander's really struggles, but there's a pallet of bricks down there into turn 1, and he'll be able to use them if he needs to, as we're watching Bridie, Meyer, and Farlow all battle it out. White flag in the air for Zach Campolonia.
Couch is going to have to get up on the wheel like Jamie McMurray in a contract year if he's going to catch Zach Campolonia. But Zach has got quite a big lead right now. Nice and smooth through the bus stop. He's got a couple of lefties coming up before he gets a checkered flag. Oh!
He tried to grab a vaccine there. Let's go down to victory lane.
Winner tonight here in the Dash Series for the road course. Man, you had this thing, it was hooked up. And it just seemed like you and Steven, you guys had an incredible battle, and you was able to cross over. But it seemed like the longer you run, especially in the right-hand turns, it seemed like it got even tighter.
Yeah, it was a great battle between me and Steven. I appreciate him running me clean. Definitely had a good setup on it. Thanks CTM Custom Cabinets, Hydrotech Transmission, Race City Garage Door, Patriot Distributing, Bobby Showtime, everything he's done for me, Colby, No Money, all in Millbridge. My family, this is my grandmother's first race back since the accident, so this one goes for her.
That's for sure. So, you know, an ice cold Busch Latte, I'm sure that secures a little bit. Well, even though the motor, it's got beer on it now. I mean, that's if it's got beer on it, it's a good reason.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Like I said, we'll go through tech, get ready for the Busch class, and hopefully go back to back again or get Shoei one.
And that is Zach Campolonia, your winner here in the 1ZT's Dash Series. Steven Tauges, man, I'll be honest with you. It don't look very comfortable. It doesn't look very comfortable sitting 90 degrees up. I'll be honest with you. I used to race a little bit and everything. Was that more of a head game trying to figure out how to get it more for the road course, or is that normal?
No, that's just not setting it up and then just driving the piss out of it. So you got to do a lot of abs before the road course. You got to thank Net Positive Jumbotron back there. I wish we would have had something for Zach. Oh, thank God. I screwed up and he got underneath me, and then somebody, and then I hate it for Patrick. I don't drive that way, and I did. My fault. I'm sorry, Patrick. We're good old buddies, but his main thing is for G-Stats. He's got some good news, and let's keep rolling. So,
Steven Tauges, second place here in the 1ZT's Dash Series. Third place here for the 1ZT's Dash Series. You started in 10th. I think Love's Travel Stop may have picked you up a few tenths, but man, great run out there. That restart, it played right in your hands. Did you think maybe if you'd have qualified a little bit better, you maybe had a shot to win this thing?
Yeah, unfortunately though, that just didn't happen. Qualifying didn't go as we were expecting, but started 10th and came out 3rd. I'd say it was a good night.
How did you enjoy the road course? I mean, you had to come from 10th. I mean, you had to pass a lot of go-karts to get there, so it can't be easy to do on a track it's very hard to pass.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't easy. I definitely had to work for it, but yeah, in general, I just love this track. I really like it, and I hope we can do it more often.
So who are you got to thank that helps you?
I got to thank my mom, my dad, Coleman Dollarhide and his son, A-Fine Solutions, Jet Racing, and that's about it.
And that wraps up the podium for the 1ZT Dash Series. Casey Meyer, 3rd place from the 10th starting spot.
That's all right. Pole Award goes to Dustin Dunn with a 22.827. Now, keep in mind with the invert that'll put in the middle of the field, but these are the bigger gentlemen. 200 pounds to the Professor Clutchworks Pro Cup Series, which is a fitting sponsor to get guys like these guys out of the hole.
Row number 3, Nick Erlinger and Dustin Dunn.
Brad McElrath and Alex Kirk, old Rib Shack.
That's a 500-pound row right there, no doubt. Maybe 530. McElrath slimmed down a little bit. I'm not sure. Whatever McElrath's lost, Alex has found.
Those are our baby backs back there.
I cannot wait for Alex to find us in the garage and go, all right, that's enough. You know, like, my family's trying to watch
he should have said that when he was having dinner yesterday.
And all you guys are just, you know, my girlfriend's trying to watch this, and all you guys are doing talking shit. Joe Hennessy has an onboard camera. I'm sure we got another one of these. We got to. It's the big boy class. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he does have one. I'm pretty sure he does have one. Okay, maybe not. No, that was a short track.
That is a 500-pound row.
It's a great flag. And if you noticed, the most physically demanding track on the schedule has the smallest field for this group. Are you surprised, Jay-Z?
Not at all. As Dustin Dunn tucked one of his chins in here, and he's off to the races trying to make up some spots. Joe Henning, P2 right now. Good run for him as the field starts to sort itself out here as we're side by side on the thoughts you left.
More chins than a Chinese phone book as they head down to the right-hander. About to hit the money clip left-hander. And that's Thomas Hessling in that 34 for Scumbag Racing. We talked to them before the event started tonight, and that's quite the operation down there. The Rick Hendrick of go-karts.
Is that what Scumbag Racing is? I wouldn't have guessed that, Bob.
I'm not going to go. I got plenty of ammo there, but I don't want to get fired.
What I'm looking for here, Bob, you know, sometimes these teams, especially the bigger ones like Scumbag Racing, they've got multiple cars in their stable, some of them specifically for road courses like the Intercourse. I'm wondering if these guys up front here have pulled out their Intercourse carts so they wouldn't flex out their ovals in one single race.
Yeah, they may be doing that. They may have the axle, you know, more trued up, have the weight centered, less left side weight, you know, maybe closer to 50-50 left to right, the cross, more of an even balance here. Again, maybe some more throwaway parts to keep those oval carts that are really, you know, balanced, especially in the wind tunnel. Keep that bodywork intact, although the forecart there is trying its best to ruin it. As Scumbag Racing out in front, doing its best impression of a winner there.
Yeah, you know, usually Scumbags are not good at the Intercourse, but they usually get trophies from Intercourse. So it's really kind of a weird deal. You know what I'm saying, Jay-Z?
Yeah. They tend to expire a little more quickly, but they still have a product that they have to handle afterwards. And sometimes they're there to take care of it, other times they're not. You know, it all depends.
Yeah. Anything with an H is for life. As we're outside Millbridge 3 and 4 watching these things haul the mail through there. Look at the right rear coming off the ground to that 427 machine. Plenty of weight transfer in that car. That's what I'm looking for. You try to get a little bit more even weight transfer through the lefts and the rights, like Bob was talking about earlier, or Jay-Z was talking about earlier. I'm not sure any of these guys have actually hit the setup because they've only got 3 wheels on the ground going through that right hand.
Yeah, and I swear these clutch discs are glowing red right now with people driving these cars and things on fire, I bet.
Yeah, you wonder if some of these guys out front have just thrown away the right-hander, right? Both the main straightaways. You get on the main straightaways from the left-hand turn, and that's where all the passing happens. We're here with Joe Henning. So maybe you tried to fix it for that right-hand turn, but really you're just giving up too much as you see the number 4 car really drive away off of Millbridge 2 here with that left-hand prowess here.
As we go on board, talking about clutch cooling, brake cooling also a big thing here at the intercourse. Those suckers get too hot, they start fading, they start going away. Pedal starts going to the floor, and you got what we call ARCA brakes here in the DNQ series. That's where you just use the person in front of you to stop because, we got a caution, we got a problem.
ARCA braking. He's got underslung calipers, and he did it for the Aero, but my, did it screw him when he finally hit the curb. Yeah. The underslung caliper, not worth the Aero gain, and that's going to bite him.
Yep. Those 2 counts. Not worth it there when you can't stop, pal.
Yep. See, if you're got half a brain, it looks like the chain came off there, but if you got half a brain on the ovals, you're drilling out that brake rotor, right? You want as little rotating mass in that axle as possible. It's Dustin Dunn, another driver with a problem. It's mayhem out here. Mechanical failures left and right.
Dunn's backing that ass up off of turn 2 right when the field's coming. He gets his chain back on. Well, let's send it down to Vince Bells to talk about Thomas Hesselink.
Thomas Hesselink is having one heck of a night, folks. Rookie out of Scumbag Racing, he leads the race. He even tested here last night. And yeah, he flipped. But that kart survived, and so did he. And now he's showing everyone what scumbaggery looks like. If things stay clean, this kid might just lock in himself a legendary first win.
Well, thanks, Vince, as we're watching Thomas Hesselink lead this field. But the rest of the guys, under caution, you never know who's got a piece of brisket under their vest inside that fire suit. They might just come to life.
You hope so here, as Mr. H is just running away with it, probably outspending the competition 2-1 with that newly launched team with that 39-year mortgage on the house funding everything. It's going well for him way out front, as we got a battle brewing here for what looks like the 3rd spot.
Yeah, you got to think that he's just outspending everybody. Definitely hired the best drivers. You drive down Speedway Boulevard, and it's nothing but Hesselink dealerships on either side of the street. You got to know that's where the money is coming from. I went by their shop not too long ago, and they had about 10 go-karts in that shop. And I was like, how do you decide which one you're taking where? And it was like, well, we just crack open this 30 rack right here and start building them, and we take every one of them to the KNC in the wind tunnel, whichever one's best. That's what we take. As we got our 5 to go caution right now, let's see if Mr. H can get it done.
Yeah, they're going to take a breather, and man, they need one. There's no doubt about it. The best part is Hesselink works at Hendrick, so that's the best part about it. I love it.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, here we go. Green flag is out, and if there is a financial audit, we know he'll get sick. So, all right. He's going to take that wide arc, and that's going to work for him. We'll see if Eric Yost... Oh, no. That was a little too wide on the money clip there. That's going to cost him a couple dollars, and Eric Yost to the lead.
Yost is a little sloppy through the bus stop, but Hesslinger is still under attack from the 66 machine. Yost puts 3 or 4 car lengths on him heading into the right-hand turn. Let's see if he can get another good run off of the money clip here.
Oh, Yost, nice and tight like a 275 chicken thigh. That motherfucker is moist going through there. hits that bus stop just right, trying to fend off Mr. H with all of his money behind him. Sometimes the little guy does win.
He gets through it. Now, this right-hander, I don't think the right rear tire touches the racetrack in that corner for Hessling, because he gets one heck of a run off the corner. And Joe Henning has another mechanical issue. That's another thing, the gears are open now this year. As Hessling closing to the bumper in Daytona 3 and 4, can he make the move here?
You see that big horsepower really come into play on Millbridge 3 and 4. Do this tight stuff. Yost can hold his own. He's got the setup tuned in on that thing, some downforce in it, just lacking a little bit of motor. You see him catch a good run through the bus stop there, but here comes Hessling with that big steam.
White flag in the air for Eric Yost. JZ, can he bring this thing home?
I think he can. He's able to open up that wheel a lot sooner coming out of the tight stuff, letting that engine run, letting that clutch breathe a little bit. And you'll see him get another half a cart length here coming off onto the banking through the bus stop. He's going to bring it home here in P1, barring absolute disaster.
Eric Yost going to take home the win here in the Pro Cup Series. Professor Clutchworks Pro Cup Series.
Big and Yost, your winner. Give him a big round of applause. And he's got the beer down here. He's going to get ready to chug it. And you deserve that one, man. If that 5 to go caution, I'll be honest with you. If that 5 to go caution, walk with me over here so we can have that cord with the microphone for the camera. But, man, if that 5 to go caution didn't come out, you did not have a prayer. I'll be honest with you.
No, I didn't. He was checked out. That was my luck there for sure.
What was you thinking on that restart? You chose the top, and I was wondering if he may have made the mistake of giving you that outside because it's so important down here in this hairpin to try to be tight down here. But he gave a shot. He was widening the corner out. Did you know he was there with those last 2 laps?
Oh, yeah, I knew he was there for sure. Yeah, I mean, I looked up on that too. I like the top, on this deal too. So on the start of the race, I took the top on that too instead of the bottom. So it all worked out. Blind squirrels find the nut. So it was fun.
That's for sure. Anybody like to take it helps you out here, and obviously Busch Latte here for fueling the energy here. But anybody else?
Yeah, Phantom. Chris Bailey and those guys at Phantom. I'm on the Recon this year, and everything's working really good. And I'm having a ball.
And that's Big and Yost, your winner of the Pro Cup Series. The 5 or go caution. It can make you or break you, and that was the definition of breaking you. But man, you did not give up, but it just didn't quite pan out in your favor. But for the most part, you had a hot rod.
Yeah, I think it was pretty hooked up tonight. Had it going pretty good, just never got the runs there in the last 5 laps to be able to get around him. But regardless, it was fun. Car was fast.
Absolutely, it was, and every time right here in the last couple of laps, you tried to make it wider as you got in this hairpin because that's where really you can make your passes at. And it just what was those last 2 laps like? If you're trying to get by him, it just didn't quite pan out. You gave him a shot coming off 4 right here and tried to pull up alongside him there.
Yeah, like I said, I think I was way better than him through this hairpin, but I could never get my time and rate to get it back on big track to get run under him into the bus stop. But I had 1 shot down there, probably 2 to go to get under him, but I figured I knew what to do better the next lap to get him, and I didn't execute it. So,
hey, it happens, man. You live to see another day and race again. But who are you got to thank that helps you out?
I want to thank my beautiful wife and my 2 kids.
Smoking hot wife.
Colin Hoffner, he's the owner of the cart. He lets me toy on it and wrench on it. And
you've reached that level.
Yeah. I work on it. He shows up and drives. I get to drive too, so it all works out. I'd like to thank him. Carl Haig, Mike McAndrews, Gage Wenzel, the whole team. I just started doing this a little while ago. It's been a lot of fun.
Thomas Hensley, 2nd place here in the Professor Clutchworks Dash Pro Cup Series. 3rd, man. You stayed around that spot, but just looks like you was in pretty much a world of your own right there for most of the race.
Yeah, I feel like that happens to me every time we run this track. Just kind of riding 3rd, and then if I have a chance. I was hoping they might get desperate and take each other out, but it didn't quite happen that way.
How fun is it running this right here? We see you guys every time that you guys get up on this chicane right here, up on this berm, and it looks like it would probably beat you up just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely sore for a few days after this one. With the test last night and then all the racing tonight, we'll probably be in the ice bath for a few days.
hey, if you can find worse reasons to be in an ice bath. But anybody else you'd like to thank that helps?
Yeah, I got to thank my wife for helping me dial this thing in every week we come out here. My uncle Larry Wilcox getting us here to the track. And Cell State Choice Realty. And then just Jeremy and Ashley for allowing us to do this with their track. It's a blast every time we do it.
Professional Clutch Works third place here in the Pro Cup Series, Damian Jinks.
Thanks, Josh.
SRI Polaroid for the SKE USAC Series, Stephen Talges with a 21.907. I think he's going to start at the back of the field because we didn't have a lot of cars for this track layout, which is no surprise with Holzbauer and Kyle Beatty past champions in the front row.
Number 3, LJ McCleary and Carson Dollarhide.
Tautuj is actually in the 02 this time, and Mickey Roop in the 8.
Short field for the SK USAC Series. And just to be honest with you guys, be very candid with everybody at home, we changed the rules to a different engine this year. So we know we're going to take it on the chin. We know these fields will be a little bit smaller, but as time goes on, we expect them to grow. And I already know at least 3 or 4 people with buggy chassis that are going to race next year. So cost effective here in DNQ. We are cheap. That's why we named that corner the money clip. And we're trying to save people money, and we're also cheap, so it works out.
Yeah, that's how we got to a silver Ashley this year. As we come around to take the green flag, Holzbauer on the inside.
He is not going to make it the whole race. Guarantee you his head's hanging outside of that
chance. Kyle Beatty already been to the gym once today. They go into the Dr. Fauci left-hand turn. Beatty on the inside of the money clip. That is cutting good in that SKE chassis.
I'm watching towards the back here. I want to see if the wily vet LJ McCleary can make his way through the field here. I know he's in the crops machine. Hopefully he can give David some great feedback on what that go-kart's doing and help build that program up.
Beatty's been in the gym twice today, and Holzbauer's been sucking chlorine all day. So we'll see which one works better. And for David Crops, what an opportunity. I mean, it's like having Matt Kenseth get in your Cup Series car and destroy it. As Beatty gets destroyed there by Holzbauer, that opens the door for Tauges.
Tauges with a lot of intercourse experience already tonight. He's coming back for sloppy seconds in the SKE buggy class.
Well, sometimes all you need is a cigarette and a sandwich, and you're ready for round 2. You know, and he's out there digging, Marlboro in hand.
He had such a good race going in that 1ZT's Dash Series race, and then just gets obliterated by Joel Farlow. And now here in the buggy class, he's got to hold off Kyle Beatty and Carson Dollarhide, who are the 2 stars of the SKE USAC Series, but seems like he's got it under handle right now.
You know, some of those like lanky, skinny guys like Tauges is can handle a little bigger chassis, if you know what I mean. He's definitely got the handle on these big boys tonight. That thing is out front, running clean, looking good. Speaking of big boys, Holzbauer sucking that chlorine, falling back just a little bit. He's got that shoulder lean in it. He's falling back to 4th. Still a top 5 run for him, though.
the skinny guy and big girl thing about made me spit my drink out. I'm not going to lie. That about got me. Oh, why is that so true? It's low confidence is all it is.
Yeah.
Fat checked 100%.
Carson Dollarhide, not lacking in confidence. He's all over that thing as they head into the Elon Musk right-hand turn. Not enough.
Yeah. Is that what we're naming that now?
No, I mean, it was the horseshoe, but we called it Elon Musk right-hander a couple times. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
It's definitely that.
We could name it somebody else right-hander turn, but I feel like it's too fresh. Might get flagged on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kanye West right-hand turn?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, that one should be a right and then an immediate left out of nowhere.
Yes, yeah.
Which is exactly how it's laid out, so maybe we can name it that.
Yeah.
Well, while we're bored, let's send it down to Vince Belch to talk about the USAC Series.
All right, let's spin the roulette wheel that is the USAC points battle. On top is Steve Tonches with 890. The guy's basically living rent-free up there. Beatty's just 35 points back. Close enough to be annoying, but not close enough to pass him at the grocery store. Then there's Roop at minus 65, still hanging around like that drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. Holzbauer at minus 85, mathematically alive, spiritually bankrupt. Crops minus 129, which is basically the DNQ version of being in witness protection. Dollarhide minus 340. Yeah, he's got 2 wins, but he'll need a time machine and maybe a priest to catch Totches. Torino minus 429, brother. You'll need some Biden 3 a.m. vote dumps to steal this championship. The rest, Carol Finney herpes. At this point, they're just fighting to not get lapped in the points graphic.
Thanks, Vince. And we love the truth bombs that are dropped there, and you gotta love some of that stuff there. Some of it's really good. Dollarhide trying to beat on Towges there.
These guys are digging. They're going to have to dial up Professor Clutchworks as well, because I know these buggies are 420 pounds or whatnot with the Tartan drivers. So yeah, they're going to need those clutches refreshed from Professor Clutchworks before the night's over as well.
I will say some of these guys get done with this race and are like, man, I'm glad it's not 30 laps. I wouldn't have made it. And especially in a buggy, because these things beat the crap out of you.
Yeah, you see that mistake there from Dollarhide. That let Towges get a little bigger lead. He's up to 6, 7, 8 car lengths now lead. All he's got to do is hit his marks nice and smooth. He's got Hirschman up there on the stand guiding him. You know, you just hope that for him, he can hold on and get a little bit of redemption on the night.
Got to be getting close to that 5 to go caution, JZ. And I know these guys are actually hoping for it. Kind of like when we used to run at AAR Speedway. You just pray that the caution would come out.
Yeah, you get that taco neck going, your head's flopping over, especially with the kind of the seating position you're running in these champ carts, a little more upright here. You got that high center of gravity pulling your left and right. So I think they're going to appreciate the break, and maybe it'll give Beatty a chance to catch up to the rest of the crew here.
Yeah, explain what taco neck's like, Bill, because I know you've been there. I've seen you in action get taco neck.
Yeah, after a while, you run hard enough, you know, that thing just lays over. And you're holding it. If you're lucky at all, you got a helmet strap, and you just try to hold your helmet over far enough to be able to see the next corner. You know you're not going to make it. You just don't want to nose it in the wall. And we finally got our 5 to go caution here right now, but those G-forces get so heavy and you're just so out of shape, that thing falls right over and looks like a taco.
All right, here we go. 5 to go. Dollarhide on the inside. We'll see if he can get the jump, and he does. Tao just says, not so fast, brother. Oh, here comes Dollarhide back around the crossover as they head to the Jack Bailey bus stop.
Well, Tatujas with a nose here heading to the left part of the bus stop. The video froze on me. I can't see what's going on, but Tatujas makes it on the other side. He's got a half a car length on Dollarhide as we come to 4 to go.
Let's see if Towges can make something happen here. Oh, goes a little bit wide through the Elon Musk right-hand turn. Keeps it nice and tidy through the money clip, though. Clips some coupons. Was able to stay out in front. We get through the bus stop nice and easy. But, opens the door, goes a little bit wide. Tries to get up on the cush. Grab a little bit of gravity, come down the banking there. This is a hell of a fight for the win.
No doubt.
Dollarhide, a little bit of a mistake there through the money clip. Gives Tatujas a little bit of breathing room, but Tatujas still throwing it in the bus stop. He's not lifting. He's going for glory.
Yeah, as we go, Tauges got 2 to go, and you know what? Dollarhide stuck his nose in there like Squidward would from SpongeBob. A real big one there. Didn't have a choice but to shove it in there. Couldn't make it happen. And now Tauges gets a healthy lead there as he's going to come around and take the white flag.
Yeah, Beatty in that SKE machine trying to keep up in third, but he's no match for the top 2 right now, Bill.
Nah, it's getting late. The lights have definitely come on. We got a knockdown, drag-out fight for that last hog in the bar. Right now, Tauges, the clear leader, just trying to shake some excess off, trying to shake his buddy back out to the car. He's able to hold on. Tauges is your intercourse winner in the SKE buggy class.
I've never seen that done off a champ cart, but there's always a first.
Thank you, man.
He's going to get the trophy. the Golden Ashley and the Ice Cold Bush Latte. I'm sure he's taking the time to absorb this one after he just lost the dash feature by just a little bit. You done a great job, Stephen. It was between you and Carson Dollarhide in that 74. It was between you two guys the entire feature race, and he would close back in upon you. You'd pull back away from him, and in the 5 to go caution, he gave a shot at it. What was those last 5 laps like when you guys took the green on that restart? What was you thinking? What was going through your mind when that happened?
Well, first of all, on the 5 to go, I screwed up Ashley. My bad. I looked at the stupid wrong line, which there is no other line. That's my fault. And then he did a hell of a job on the last restart. He got a hell of a jump, and I was like, crap. But I burped it and then do my little move deal, and I was just enough ahead of him to get before the bus stop. So that one, and I was very surprised he was behind me. So he did a hell of a job. Thank you to the Net Positive Jumbotron back there, especially G-Stats, kicking Cancer's gas right now. He's doing a great job. His sticker's right there. Ann's Dairy, I got to thank KPG, Kinder Performance. He's helped me a ton. Matt, Sokol, Ethan, all of them. So it was good. Anything else?
I will say this is that both of you guys were really loose when you come out of the hairpin over here, and really over here coming out of the chicane over here. Is it just basically just the cart kind of resettling, or what is it, driving a little bit too hard, or what is it?
Driving too hard. When I finally actually hit it through the bus stop, that's when I pulled away, and then I just kept over driving it, and I was like, well, just calm down, you idiot, and just drive it. So good night, and this will help, and good job, Carson.
And that's your SKE USAC feature winner, Stephen Tallgis. I'll just ask one thing. Between you and Stephen most of the race, you were able to stay up to him, and then he pulled back away from you. What was your negotiation of try to get by him on that restart?
I knew I had to get a good jump there. I knew that was probably the only way. We were probably a tooth off with the gear, but in qualifying, I just overdrove it. Everybody on my team here just told me to settle down, and I think that's what really made the difference. But congrats to Steven. We raced each other clean, so it's a fun night. It was the most fun I've had.
That's about as clean a race as you can have on the track that is hard to pass as it is. But who you got to think that helps you guys, or helps you at least, and gets this 74 to the track?
My dad, Boomer Hawk for the chassis, Bobby Showalter. My Uncle Mike's helping out tonight, and Cameron Clifford too. So everybody that helps me get here.
And that's your second place finish for Mr. Carson Dollarhide here in the SKE USAC feature.
SRI Pole Award went to Robert Showalter at 22.505. He'll be marked back in the 5th or 6th position. That'll put Carl Hogg on the front row with Coleman Dollarhide in the outside row.
Number 2, Colin Hoffner and Tyler Deering.
Row 3, the Nighttime Nightmare and Bobby Showtime teammates.
Patrick Bridey and Matt Murphy in the next row.
Carson Dollarhide and Jake Owings.
Jacob Paul and Gage Wenzel.
What a row. Wilton Roll and Dale Senior.
Halbrin and La Canada making a return.
Holy shit. Who's the fast time to Ridgemont High in the top 5?
Ramen Noodle Hair.
Yeah.
Mike McAndrews is at the back of the field in that 7 card. Gage Wendell's in in-car camera, along with Alex Lacanata. He was on the pole and was light after qualifying, so he's in the back. One to watch tonight. As Carl Hogg, another Scumbag Racing team member, takes the green. That thing looking clean. It's not on 20s, but it's pretty close as he gets the lead.
Oh, is that a 1ZT's one to watch?
It is. Well, look at this. Look at Jake Owings
Oh,
cutting the racetrack. These are, if you don't have ADD enough, this will help. For those who have ADD, this is ADD vision. This is what it's like to have Oh my gosh,
Fuck,
dude.
oh, goddamn.
Carl Hogg gets sent over the Jack Bailey bus stop. Gage Wenzel's around. That's a familiar sight for that number as he goes
I'm gonna
around.
have a seizure here soon.
Yes, but here we go. That's a lot to digest for those at home. You'll have to watch it 17 times to understand what's going on there.
Too many Chrome tabs open all at one time, my friend. I'm struggling.
Well, here, you can go back and watch all that action from each view. But I can tell you what's going on right now is Coleman Dollarhide's in the lead. With Jake Owington second, he's going to have to give up 3 rows. We're going to come over to the receiver and tell him he has to let him by because he cut half the damn course. So it's either he goes to the back under the 5 to go caution or he lets him go by.
Was that all the
taking.
action?
Go ahead.
Was that all the action that you could get on the DNQ app? The app is free. We just completely fish all of your passwords.
Yeah, if you give us, if you put your own password in there, we might use it on your emails and all your other stuff to try to guess your password.
Yeah, just don't read the terms of service when you agree to download the app.
No,
Just
absolutely
skip
not.
over it.
I would not do that. D&Q series would like to access your camera and microphone at all times when you're not realizing it, and then sell it to
Speaking of
China.
not realizing it, Tyler Deering doesn't realize he's doing something right. He's right up front now, made a couple spots up here as he
never
blows the
mind.
bus stop,
Whoops.
misses
Whoa.
the bus, and he's trying to put it all back together like my own life right now, just trying to figure it out as he's side by side with another scumbag racing competitor there, our second place
Mr.
finisher
H.
from early this evening.
The scumbaggery is real right now. These guys are getting after it. Look at the nighttime nightmare. You better watch out. Little AB blood in that bag tonight. He's getting after it.
Underneath Brody there, who he was battling earlier this evening in the Dash Series.
Night has fallen. Watch out for the nighttime nightmare. You know, he's got a win already under his belt. You know, he could come from 10th. He's got a 5 to go caution. You know, as long as he keeps his teeth clean, he can do anything. Bobby Showtime taking that Elon Musk right-hand turn, nice and tidy through the DeHaan money clip. We're watching a hell of a battle on the bus stop here, though.
Yeah, Hogg trying to fight his way back up to the front. He's obviously got a fast piece here. It's just too much damage too soon. I don't know if we'll be able to run him all the way down as the nighttime nightmares up there stalking. Or is that Bobby Showtime in the orange helmet?
That is Bobby Showtime. Zach's in the orange cart.
That's right. Bobby Showtime up front running down Carson Dollarhide, who's been having a great race so far, but I'm sure he can sense Showtime right there. He's just trying to hit his marks and not put a wheel wrong, trying to make it through this this feature without falling out of the go-kart. As he makes a big mistake, gives Bobby Showtime a look as they head through the bus stop.
Yeah, as he's all over that back bumper, as he's going to make the move to the inside, and they look at each other. They made eye contact. It's so weird, dude. What the hell's that shit?
It's like an Eiffel Tower going down the front stretch
It's
right
like-
there.
You're supposed to look the guy in the eyes as you're trying to pass him. It's yeah, I know, right?
Tips.
Hey, if you're in the Concord Mills area the next week or two, Zach Campolonia's cart will be outside of Hot Topic, so come check it out. Ramen noodles getting lapped there. Let's send it down to Vince Bells before we say something really dumb. Vince, what do you got?
And how about Mike McAndrews, another scumbag racing entry? He's taken that cart and done something special with it because it's flying tonight. Started way back in 18th. He's already climbed to 6th. Comes out of a road racing background, not a circle track guy, but you can see he's learning fast and making a lot of the veterans nervous.
Yeah, and if I know anything about D&Q, they're just going to dump them before the race is over.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happens here. Mr. H running down Dollarhide now. That's for damn sure. Mr. H can run down some dollars. Bobby Showtime, familiar spot for him out in front, nice and smooth, making laps. Dollarhide was able to stay out there just with some laps under his belt earlier, but it looks like Bobby Showtime, air pressures have come up on that thing. He was able to make some shock adjustments to that. Under green, he's got those adjustable shocks. switch the brake bias forward a little bit, and that thing is moving now.
And you'll see how narrow this racing line is, Bob. And Bobby Showtime has to now work his way through this traffic. Will that be a boon for him, or will it be a curse and let Dollarhide and Hoffner catch right up and maybe put some pressure on him for the lead?
One thing we know is the D&Q cockroaches, a.k.a. lap traffic, will not get out of the way for anybody. We'll throw a Ukraine flag at him, and as we're on board, Alex Lacanada, he is a mega cockroach. He won't get out of the way. These guys are trying to stay the first car to lap down so they can get the lucky dog.
Are you talking about the ARCA Series winner, Alex Lacanada, champion?
Yes. 5 to go, caution. Alex needed it, and he is the king cockroach, so he's going to get his lap back. And here we go. 5 to go, caution. Here comes the restart, and we're not going to go 4 wide on the view, but this ought to get interesting.
Oh, God. We're 3 wide middle right there. Not good. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I feel like it's that clip from Natalie Decker's Spotter. He's like, I don't know how we're wrecked on the inside when I'm yelling inside quarter panel all the way down the fucking front straightaway.
5 wide. 5 wide there getting into the Jack Bailey bus stop. Carl Hogg was gracious enough to miss that corner and then let the Campolonia machine go. Mike McAndrews up to that 3rd spot. Corbin Dollarhide run them down the racetrack.
Like a true go-kart race where somebody gets to your inside, you look left at him and just turn him to the infield.
Yeah, he didn't look him in the eye, so it wasn't okay,
Dan
right?
Ragnar really did that to me like 4 or 5 times.
Oh my gosh, Eisenhower. Dan Eisenhower. One of my favorite D&Q legends. Showalter in the lead here, in command. The real story is back here with McAndrews and Dollarhide and Colin Hefner.
Colin Hefner, don't count him out. McAndrews, road course ace, but does he have the stones to fend it off? I mean, some of these oval regulars have no trouble nerfing you out of the way. As he gets nerfed and absolutely jumped from the ticket.
That reminds me of
Pete
something that's
Buttigieg
really
going into
trending
the
on
next
social
election.
media right now.
Right?
It just got blasted, bro. What's that about?
Oh,
that's going to bring out the yellow. My goodness. Cue the conspiracy theories on Facebook. What a wreck.
That was so bad, it's almost like Israel had something to do with that. You know what I mean? Just, goodness gracious. Mossad just out of nowhere taking him out.
Well, blah, blah.
God of God.
That's tough. He just got clapped. Tough break. And we put Dollarhide to the back. This was on the restart. A lot of stuff happened there. Now, this is from Gage Wenzel's in-car camera. Alex Lacanada goes to jump the curb and just augers her out.
Oh, God.
Oof. We lost the camera. Now, Alex does have an in-car camera as well. Watch this. He goes to jump the curb, and he hits, and it digs in. Watch this.
Ooh.
Now, keep in mind how high that camera's mounted and how much of his belt we get to see when his head stretches. That's why we wear Hans devices here in D&Q.
3, 2, 1, cock.
Wow. Stretches his neck there. I'm sure Zane Smith's happy about it. Green flag as the... Yeah. Here we go. Oh! Carson Dollarhide, little domestic violence victim. No, Will Monroe as well. Out of control over here. As Carl Hogg is cranking it, and Colin Hefner gets to the lead.
Mr. H goes to the
Oh,
front,
never mind.
but Bobby Showtime says, no, thank you, sir. I'm taking this straight flag.
He's going to take the dub. We had a green and white. Sorry for not mentioning that.
That prestigious Ashley Trophy. I tell you what, man, we'll go around. Beer me for sure. I'm second that one, but man, that was a wild one right there. That was a wild finish right there. So, did you think that that 5 to go caution and that 1 to go, and then the caution came out? Sure, you're thinking, what's going on behind me?
At the start, they all were running over the back of me. I'm like, oh, I ain't got nothing for these guys. And then once we started getting single file, I was able to stretch my legs and catch the leader, got around them, and 5 to go, shows you outside, and we got a good a good lead there on the 5 to go. And then, of course, caution come out with 1 lap to go. So it's road course racing. We're racing. It's a little bumpy, a little rough out there. Dude gave me a shove getting into this corner. I gave him a shove in the bus stop, and we come out on top.
That's for sure. I mean, you guys, I mean, neither one of you crashed. So, I mean, and it was just bull ring style road course racing, I guess you would call it. But that 1 to go, what was your mindset thinking when you guys drove off into this hairpin right here for the 1 to go 1 lap shootout?
I almost Mark Martin did. I didn't know it was the checkered. I thought it was the white flag, and I was like, oh, I got another lap to go, and I seen him waving the checker. I'm like, oh, I'm just going straight. So, yeah, I usually stroke these guys pretty good, and they were there this week. So they caught up, or I'm just getting old, one or the other.
He's still, Zach said they're still sweating bullets, but man, who we got to take that helps you guys?
Everybody back at the shop. You got Kobe, Zach. Sauce is sick today. He couldn't make it out tonight. My family for letting me do this, and then just having the extra time and the resources we got. You know, we got the engine dynos. We can dyno motors. We can, you know, we don't, but we could use a roamer arm to set these things up if we wanted to. But we got like the Hendrix of go-kart racing, I guess you would say.
I swear you just read my mind.
And maybe we get Connor Zillage out here and give him a run for his money.
That's for sure. Bobby Showtime, your winner of the Busch Series feature.
All right.
In there in the top 5 for most of it, and you was able to hang in there, and you were able to pick your way up through and find yourself in the right place right there at the end, especially when the 2.7 carts made contact right there at the end. What did you see all it transpired as you guys come out of the hairpin?
I didn't see much. I was just trying to keep it straight. After I nearly flipped and kind of saved it with my hand, I was like, well, nothing to lose at this point, so we're just going to try to keep it straight.
How much fun is this running this road course?
It's a blast. I love it. I mean, it's not good on equipment, but you don't do that in D&Q, so we're just having fun with it.
That's for sure. That's what it's all about. So anybody you'd like to think it helps?
Yeah, way too many people. Matt Weber came out tonight. Aaron Hodge has been helping me. My wife for letting me use her truck and just get it here. It's been a blast.
Oh, it's her truck?
Oh, yes, 100%. No.
So, once again, Tyler Deering, second place here in the Busch Series feature. And we'll wrap. Hag, how in the world did you end up third?
That's a good question. I have no idea, man. It was a lot of fun. And just like every D&Q show, it's a hell of a lot of beating and banging, man.
That's for sure. It doesn't matter what layout it is. There's going to be some beating and banging, but you fell back to about, 8th, 9th at one point, and all of a sudden, there you were back in the battle again.
Well, you know, that 5 to go caution kind of brings everybody back together, and, you just got to be in the right place at the right time sometimes.
That's for sure. So anybody you'd like to think that helps you?
Yeah, everybody over at the SBRT racing team there. They do a great job, and also Ryan Burdett for painting this old grill, although we've wrecked the hell out of it, but we'll need some more paint. Oh yeah, and Austin Konetsky, I forgot about him. He's kind of a big part of this deal too.
He's kind of a big part, but he was big enough for somebody to yell his name out. Yeah, that's true. Third place here in the Busch Series, Carl Hag.
That's right, pole award for the Net Positive Pool Services Cup Series. Robert Showalter at 21.476. He will start in the third row. And that puts Thomas Backmarkham on the front row with Brandon No Money Use.
Jimmy Allen Jr. back for some more intercourse action, and Jeremy Murphy.
Mike Connorino, our previous winner, Bobby Showtime.
Dean Wyrick and Curtis Markham.
And Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Matt Field and Ryan Morgan.
You didn't know the woods went that deep here at Milburn Speedway, did you?
Who runs this class? Holy shit. Spicoli, that was the guy.
Yeah, it is Spicoli.
The Amish guy.
Oh my gosh. If you walk far enough, like back in the woods by the racetrack, you might find somebody that runs D&Q. You might. Just throwing that out there. Thomas Backmarkham has an in-car camera from the pole position, along with Jeremy Murphy. Oh, I have laughed harder tonight than I've laughed in a while doing one of these.
How the fuck we're out already? We haven't even thrown the green.
Oh, no. Dean Wyrick. That engine will be for sale at Harbor Freight. Oh, yeah. That thing's locked up like Akon.
You got me locked up.
No oil, I'm locked up.
Ashley is losing her fucking mind.
Oh, absolutely. Get that shit box off my racetrack. And everybody just wants to go home. So like we're in the mode too. Like I don't blame her for it. Especially on a DNQ night.
Yeah. I mean, she's gonna give out the gold and silver Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're done selling walking tacos at this point. It's time to get rolling, right? Yeah. The stands are empty. I mean, at this point, it's probably 9 o'clock on a Monday night.
Yeah, nobody's here to watch these peasants.
But somebody on YouTube is watching it right now. And I'm going to call it right now. You're at home. I don't know why you're on our page, but you're watching this race. Probably eating some dinner, got nothing else going on. You're in your garage working on go-karts. You say, you know what, this is a cool series. Green flag is out. Brendan No Money Hughes gets the jump on Thomas Back Markham, and they are all over the place.
God, we are 4 wide, looking for some vaccines through that Dr. Fauci left-hand turn. We take a Stephanie DeHunt, big arc through that money clip. Hitting up the bus stop 2 wide. We got a 8-ball through there, and all of a sudden we got Bobby Showtime out front. One more time, he just misses it.
That's Brandon No Money Hughes up front with Jimmy Allen. Showtime is now 5th.
Jimmy Allen back out front. Good to see him doing well in his return here to DNQ at the Intercourse, no less, as Hughes tries to get a little too much curb. Allen running the long line down the front straightaway. Not the way to go. As Hughes, again, no grip in the left-hand turn. Slides out wide as they're all over the place in turn 1.
Joe Walter's around. Thomas Back Markham's around. As the top 3 now, let's take a look at what happened there. Showalter, I don't know if he stepped on his pecker or what happened there.
You gotta love Jimmy Allen blowing the corner, sliding them into one, and then brake checking them. Very DNQ.
You mean Jimmy Spencer?
Yeah.
No open face helmet for this one. He's actually really good. I mean, no matter what track we're on, him and Showalter put on a show.
Oh yeah. That's Murphy there in the 555, right? He's hanging in there as well. He's no slouch tonight, showing a little athletic prowess on the Intercourse.
He's got his shotgun and his Winston fire suit, you know?
I'm shooting you.
I love it. Yeah, the Allens are good people.
Spencer with the rifles, just priceless.
Yeah. I don't know why we're side by side, but we're watching a onboard battle with Jeremy Murphy as he's battling for second as we're watching on the big screen. The past Busch Series champion actually has done pretty well here in the Cup Series this year. We were kind of nervous about how he was going to be, but he's done a really good job.
Net Positive Pool Series Cup Series, or Net Positive Pool Services Cup Series is highly competitive. If you're doing well in this series, you can really clean up in any of the DNQ classes, and even some of the lesser known series around the Southeast. Maybe you'd be able to handle your own here. Again, this after watching the disappointing Emmys earlier this week, we want to get an Emmy for production, so we're doing way more side by side creative filming here, cinematography, if you will, so we can get it on there and have an anti-Palestine speech at the end as we accept our award.
We couldn't come up with any other sponsors to put in that other blank box in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, sure. It's open for any sponsors watching this video, of course. If they don't pay for it, they don't get it, right? That's part of the money clip.
That is the money clip. Yeah, Jimmy Allen out front, cutting some really clean laps here. We haven't really talked much about the legend himself, Jack Bailey, but that bus stop is named after him. Make a stop for some honeys and be on your way. Jimmy Allen really able to get through there nice and clean.
Yeah, I mean, there's honeys over there. There's also alimony payments. And then there's like 5 kids. There's a lot going on in that bus stop. You got to watch out.
Busy.
Yeah, new Tahoe sitting right there. And
Out of gas, too. A new Tahoe with no gas in it. By far no gas. A P1.
Can't hide money.
So when you enter, there's a bar from Vinny's, and there's at least one ex-wife, a couple girlfriends on the way through the center, a couple bad decisions, a couple wrecked ARCA cars, and right at the end of the bus stop, that's when you find a P1, a Tahoe, and a really good life. You really turn it around at the end of the bus stop.
Yep. That's when you get on the big track to success. As we watch Jimmy Allen through Millbridge 2 right there. That's really an exciting corner on the oval and on the inner course. But right now, it's all Jimmy Allen Jr. Vince, let us hear.
Running second right now is Brandon No Money Hughes. The guy's nickname comes from the fact his budget's about as thin as a Waffle House napkin. But don't let that fool you. He's already got his first career win on the short track earlier this year. And tonight, he's wheeling that duct-taped rocket like it cost $1 million. No money, but big speed, that's Hughes.
Yeah, Brendan Hughes doing a great job tonight. And it takes, like we talked about earlier, a couple different disciplines here in DNQ to run well and win a championship. And he's doing well tonight.
Is he in the hunt for anything?
I don't know. I don't think so. I could look it up, but I really don't want to. He won a race, so that's good for him. I'm bored with Jeremy Murphy,
Single
still
file
trying
here.
to chase the dragon here.
Yeah, everyone's kind of spread out, minding their clean air, trying to save some tires for the end of the race here, maybe make a final push. I know tire fall-off's been a big talking point as of late. In practice, the tires looked really good, but as drivers have been going through the feature, they've been noticing significant wear, and a lot of people complaining about it. So it'll be interesting to see how saving something might help someone at the end of the race.
Yeah, I was talking to some of the race engineers earlier, and we got our 5-to-go caution. I know a lot of people were waiting on that. I was talking to some of the race engineers earlier, and they said when the track gets to about 60 degrees, the tires just start shredding. Well, it hit 58 degrees here at about halfway, and I think we're starting to see it right now. Luckily, we only got 5 to go. Some of these guys who've been saving tires can maybe make a run for the front.
We'll see if Jimmy Spencer can hold off the rest of the field as they take the green. He takes that wide arc, and he's going to get the run. Oh, my gosh, he about got clipped there. And look who's back up to the front. It's Bobby Showtimes. He's going to make the move to the inside for second place.
Oh, it's a 3-horse race for the front. Showtime gives Jimmy Allen a little bit of room. Allen makes it on top, and Hughes is just watching it all unfold as they drive out of his life, heading down into 1.
Wow, Showtime with a move right down the front stretch. Got the gearing perfect on that 5 machine. He has got the speed at the inner course, and he also has the stamina. Bobby Showtime able to make it to the end in a couple of classes. Oh, we got contact into the bus stop.
Mike Conrino's going to run the short track, and he's going to come back right where he was as he left the racetrack, so we're going to let it go here in DNQ. He gives that spot back. What a mess. Yeah, Showtime's just, the cream is rising to the top, and that's crazy to know that Jimmy Spencer led most of that race, and now here comes Dale Earnhardt, and he's going to try to steal it away from him. He's got 2 to go.
It's keeping that cart nice and tidy. Showtime not really hanging the rear end out, especially through the bus stop. You'll see a lot of these guys get crossed up in the bus stop, and Showalter having a nice tidy line through the double rights there, getting a nice straight drive off, not wasting any momentum. And it's showing here as he's starting to put Hurton on the field as we come to 1 to go.
White flag out for Robert Showalter, and he's won plenty of these golden and now silver Ashleys if he takes home the win tonight.
That thing's looking really good. A little bit of roll in that machine, but overall stays pretty flat. The front tires gripping really good. Bobby Showtime able to save tires and get the checker here in the what series is this?
Net Positive Cup Series.
Net Positive.
I'm here in Net Positive Pools Services Cup Victory Lane here at Millbridge Speedway. SRI Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Bobby Showtime 2 times a winner tonight. What an improbable comeback. what was going through your mind when you all tangled right here at the beginning of the race, facing the field coming at you, able to come back? Wow.
I thought for sure I was going to get harpooned there when I was facing the track the wrong way. And then, the rest of the laps I caught back up to him, I was a little bit of anger. And we just driving the shit out of it. And then the 5 to go, I was like, if I at least get back up in the top 5, I think I might have something for him. And we just got a good restart. They jumbled up really bad right there. They were literally sideways in front of me. And I just happened to be down in the bottom there and got around them. So, I love the road course. It's fun. I got a million laps at GoPro, so it kind of helps a little bit. But we came and tested yesterday. We put a lot of laps on, so we got to know the track. Some people didn't come test, so it's a little bit of advantage.
You know, when you passed Mike Contarino right there before that caution came out and you were able to find yourself in 4th, I looked up and I was like, well, there he is. You know, you were in a good position on that restart.
Yeah, I just didn't know what lane I was going to have to deal with. I knew in the Busch race I started on the outside, and I got a good jump out there because it kind of sets you up for the next corner. And both restarts in the Cup race I had to start on the inside, and really didn't know what that was going to play out. Luckily, they drove somewhat decent and then just, drive you out in here in the hairpin and drive you out in the loose gravel out there. But, all in all, great day for Showtime Racing. Zach won his dash race. And we got Busch and Cup. Now let's go tear shit apart.
That's exactly right. So his 2 for 3 on the night, Mr. Bobby Showtime, your winner.
Oh, more.
A lot of this race, and then 5 ago caution got you, man, unfortunately. But Showtime, I'm telling you, he was charging, and he came from about 9th after spinning, come back and challenged you up front for the lead right there. What was going through your mind when you seen that 5 car pull up beside you?
I knew it was coming. I didn't think it would be that quick. I thought he'd catch me with 1 or 2 to go. I'd be able to hold him off a little bit. But, that's Bobby's really good here. He's got his shit dialed in, so it's the way it is. Other than that, it was a good race. Usually the 5 to go is something that helps me and bunches everybody back up, and I usually can make something happen. Tonight it hurt me. So you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and tonight I died by the sword. But top 2, drink beer and get an interview. That's the goal each night.
That's for sure there. So anybody like to think that helps you guys out? Of course, Busch for powering that hydration there.
Yeah, Busch. Coors Light was the drink of choice earlier in the night. We've been a little shy on help this year. My mom's always here to help me out, so I appreciate her coming out and supporting the calls and getting her dialed in for me. So shout out Austin Allen. He came out here and hot lapped it for me last night and got it really close. So I appreciate that. So Allen Racing, trying to get back up front. Hopefully we'll have a few more carts out here before the end of the year and drink some more beer together.
That's for sure. So Jimmy Allen Jr. second place here in the Net Positive Pool Services Cup Series feature. And wrapping up the podium is Brandon Hughes of Mr. Murphy. You two guys were going at it like 2 women in the grocery store fighting over a gallon of milk on a snow day. I'm telling you, that was wild. What was that like from but you guys raced with good respect though too.
Yeah, I was definitely just trying to race them hard and not get into them, wreck them, or anything like that. It was a lot of fun to run the road course my first time here in a flat cart. But huge shout out to Showtime and Showtime Racing for hooking me up with the ride and giving me a bad fast piece. It's fast week after week. I just make a lot of mistakes.
And speaking of making mistakes, where did you find yourself making the most mistakes at? It's hard to go on this road course with a cart that's made to turn left and be perfect every single lap.
Me personally, I struggled through that section right there the most, but
European, yep.
Yeah, but we were pretty solid through there. I felt like, but everywhere else we were kind of just mediocre.
Anybody else you'd like to think that helps on this piece right here?
Yeah, Bobby Showtime, the whole Showtime family for all they do for me with this ride. Riley Timmons and Zach Cowabunga. Sauce, he's not here today. He's sick. I got him top 3 in points. Got him a good points day, so hope he gets better soon.
And that's Brandon Hughes wrapping up the podium here at Millbridge Speedway on the road course tonight for the Net Positive Pool Cup Series feature.
Fellas, what a night we just had here. From start to finish, this road course served up chaos, comedy, and a couple bruised egos. Steve, let's start with you. What stood out the most?
Well, Chris, for me, it was the racing lines. You had guys taking the racing line, the escape road, and the oh crap, I missed my brake marker line. It was like rush hour traffic. Somebody always misses the exit. But I'll give it to Zach Campolonga. He was dialed in tonight. Guy looked like he actually knew where the apex was, which is rare around here.
Yeah, Steve, but I'll tell you, the real entertainment was the rookies. Thomas Hessling flipping it in testing and then leading laps tonight. That's straight out of the DNQ playbook. You test on your roof, then you race like nothing happened. And don't forget Brandon No Money Hughes. He's out there running second, proving you don't need a budget when you've got guts and a set of Hoosiers that ain't corded yet.
Steve, you touched on it earlier, mechanical failures. We saw a couple tonight, and it's the kind of thing that just rips a championship run right out from under a guy, isn't it?
Absolutely. These road courses chew up carts. You miss a shift, you cook a clutch, you're done. And with points this tight, one DNF could put you in the minus 429 club with Contarino.
Yeah, and let's be honest, some of these guys don't need mechanical failures to ruin their night. They do that all by themselves.
Well said. Tonight we saw veterans, rookies, and yes, even the cockroaches and lap traffic play their part. That's DNQ racing. Unpredictable, hilarious, and always worth watching.